to give your advice to Emeka this evening. Emeka is a 42-year-old man. He has a great business. He sells cars. The business is good. He's doing well, and everything is quite fine for him. But he's quite concerned about the future of his children because the way Nigeria is, he feels like with the way Nigeria is going, there's inconsistent power supply, import rates is consistently increasing. There is a lot of inconsistent government policies, and he feels like, can I raise my kids here? Is this what I want my children to also experience when they grow up? Is it just better for me to just move abroad and take my kids with me and we start all over again? Or should I just continue this car business? Because that car business, the car dealership is a family business. It's more like his dad started the business after the war, you know, and after the Biafra, and they've been there. He has been doing the business. So leaving the business feels like a betrayal to the family. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. How was your weekend?
Thank God, everybody.
Fine, thank God.
This Anthony, calling for work, please.
You're welcome.
I greet everybody in the studio. I greet Gina, the producer, and you. What of Rose?
She's fine. Rose is fine.
I believe this Rafa war now. It's almost 43 years to 44 years where they started that war.
Yes.
It's when your father did before, after the civil war. Now, you say you want to live. If you want to say you don't want your children go for you, you have a wife. So stay in Canada freezer with your wife and your children. Make them go there. Go and start another life there. Continue to do your business in Nigeria here. You can visit them. You can even join them. Sometimes you visit them, you go to holiday, you come back. Don't leave your father's legacy. Don't let it down. Don't let it just go away like that. Continue with the business. I can see the business, they move, everything they do okay.
Yeah.
And people they do business for Nigeria, they think they do okay. Then they carry their children to and their family go abroad, go stay there. Then go do here. All these our politicians, these our big men, their children in Nigeria here. All of them do this different country. Their children are their wife for this country. Even their children feel their wife. Then with their wife go there here. And this country, if I even get person go help me and get the money, I will match up now. Which I want to go do. And this country, that person wants to see they suffer. If you want to say want to choose Canada visa and all those things, let them go. Let them go.
Okay.
And things do now. Everything they go up everything for Nigeria here. If you know that place go pay, they let them go. Let them go and go to their start their life there. Maybe when they go there, God will help. The God will provide for them, will help them. They will even make her so that the business will grow again. What's your father don't start since after Civil War, almost 43 years ago, or 44 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. Nah, you can't just live like that. No, that is the truth. It's my mouth, I forgive you, Emeka. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Anthony, for calling. That was such a powerful advice for Emeka this evening. So Anthony is saying it's better you just let your wife and kids go abroad. You don't need to go with them. Emeka is a 42-year-old man who has a very successful car dealership business in Enugu, Nigeria. And okay, we have a call. Let me pick the call quickly. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. How was your day today?
Good evening to everyone in the studio. My name is Comrade Ambassador Olusola Ladipupo Anthony.
Oh, you're welcome.
My advice to Emeka this wonderful evening is simple. Traveling abroad is not the problem for me. But are you ready to suffer? Are you ready to go through the stress of rebuilding your life over again? That's another thing. You see, it's not enough for you to say Canada, Canada. All of them is just name. They carry names. That does not mean immediately you get there, everything will flourish for you. People suffer over there too. And the kind of freedom you have in your land, you cannot have it in another man's land.
Yes.
You need to think about it very well, Emeka. Now, I'm not judging, but I will tell you the honest truth. Biblically, I will tell you that what God does not support, there's no way you can make a headway in it. You need to also calm down. Think about this option you have. It's a decision, a life decision, something that you will not be able to reverse forever. So think about it very well. Weigh your choices before you make choices, or else may you not come back regretting. You are here in US, you are here in Canada, you are here in London, you are here in France. Everything is Nemo. Do you want to face the thick and thin of it? Can you stand it when it comes? And don't risk the life of your children. If your business of your grandfather is flourishing in Nigeria, so far it is flourishing, and you have enough to take care of your family, you have no business traveling overseas. That means God has destined that you will make it here. There is no place a man is that he does not make it. The question is, are you determined to make it? If you are determined, then let us go on this ride together. Thank you.
All right, comrade. Thank you so much for calling and for sharing your advice for Emeka this evening. So, comrade said, are you ready to go through the stress of building your life from scratch, like starting all over again in a foreign land where you know no man? Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Fife.
Good evening. How was your day today?
I'm very well, very well. And you?
I'm fine, thank you.
You're welcome. Yes, there is one slogan I used to listen to when your station, when women speak.
Yes.
The whole world stand attention to listen to them.
Yes.
That's true talk. Because when my wife speaks, I always stand at attention to listen to her. Or if I'm sitting down, I will sit right to listen to her.
Yes.
Because her advice has been helping me in life. Her advice, suggestions, and have been helping in the area of marriage in the house. Yes. Now, to Emeka, you should be grateful to God that you have a father who established a business for you before living or before he died. It is a thing to glorify the name of the God. So you have done that by saying that the business is moving. Don't be overzealous for nothing. The Bible says that we should not be worried over nothing. Now, I have I don't want to mention their names, but if they are listening, they know themselves. At Yaba, when I was at Yaba Tejo, I deal with a clothes boutique, as they call it today. So, two of my young village boys, they came to Lagos to their brothers. They were staying there. They put them into St. Finbar's College in Barega Koka. So they used to come to me. I will dash them clothes. So later on, the two of them traveled out. One was very, very wise. He came back with some little money he made. He went there to job, not that he's educated like that. Just even they dropped out from secondary school. The other one stayed there for years, but he came back with nothing. With nothing. As he came back, he did not allow anybody to see him. He did not come to the village. He went to Abakaliki, Ebonyi State capital. He went there, not knowing that people are seeing him. Now, the other one is traveling, he married. This one never married. He's going to 50 years, he never married.
Wow.
Because he has nothing. He went to, in the name of travel. But this one now,
that he went and they stay for some days. He work, he gather some money. He's traveling to any part of the country to buy something, and her wife also is traveling. They are at Ojalaba today. Yesterday, he even called me. We spoke almost an hour. So, what am I saying? All that glitters is not good. Neither will it be a favor. Emeka, both you, your wife, and your children, God has blessed you through your father, and God still keep that business moving. Stay with that business. Stay with that business. Be grateful to God. Be very, very grateful to God. Let Oju Kokoro, as Yoruba may take topic.
Yeah.
Make you know go rule your life. Oh. Make you know go rule your life, please. You are my brother. You be Igbo man by that name. I'm an Igbo man. Please, I will not give you a wrong advice. Stay in Nigeria. People when they hear their name, they'll be not abroad, they go make the money. When they hear their name for Nigeria here, those who are not even politicians. They struggle here, God bless them. They make it here in Nigeria. I don't want to mention names, but please, if you think you pray, God will say you should go. Now, devil voice they hear, not the God voice. Stay here in Nigeria and they do your business. Forget about light or electricity or no electricity. Please, God bless you.
Amen. Amen. Thank you so much, Francis. That was a contribution that got me thoughts. That got me thinking. Such a thought-provoking contribution. Thank you so much for calling. Emeka is a 42-year-old young man who has a successful business, a car dealership business in Enugu, and the business is good. Everything is going well, and but he's just concerned about the fact that we don't have stable power supply, rising import costs, inconsistent government policies, and all of those things. And he's wondering, will I leave my family here or raise my kids here? What about their future? Is this a country that I can trust to help my children become better, individuals in life? Why not just move to Canada? So his wife is in support of them moving out of Nigeria, and she has been pushing this for a while now, but he keeps hesitating, saying, I don't want to leave my father's business. So the car dealership business was originally for his father before he passed on, and he has been the one managing the business, and now he's feeling like if he leaves, is destroying the legacy. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, please, sorry, I don't want to mention money so that people that are close to me will not understand what I'm saying.
Okay.
Last year, someone very close to me that I work with, his family has been in Canada for about 6 years. And he was struggling to join them, and at the end, he joined them. He has his private business that I also work with. I was working with him, but now I'm at home because he has gone. I can't continue the business because it's an engineering business.
Yes.
So I can't continue because I'm not an engineer. Others too, today they are jobless. Then when the wife and the children were there for those years, major money of the company was to feed them over there, supporting them over there. But now it's there. It's starting from afresh. We talk every day. Even today we talk. It's not easy. What is it going there for? Do you think that he will go there and start a car business there?
No.
He want to destroy a legacy, and those that are working with him too will be affected. Those that is buying cars too will be affected. Those that is buying products, maybe household equipment or whatever thing too will be affected. Going there is not the best. Even sending the children or the wife to go there, they will take care of them. What are they going to do? These children can go there and school and come back, but for the entire family to go and start there fresh, I don't support it. I'm telling you of what I'm going through. It's not easy with me because the business here was okay, but now he has gone. Finding it very difficult. That's what I can say. Thank you.
Thank you so much for calling and for sharing that personal experience with us. The only person you need to consider, it's not just your family members you consider, also the people that are currently working with you. That would also leave them unemployed. And with the situation of the country right now, it's not certain that they might get a job anytime soon. So those are people you should also consider in your decision. And just like everybody has said, the fact that you traveled abroad is not a guarantee that everything will work smoothly from the beginning, and you just be fine, and you can't easily start up a business over there because the policies are different and the way they do their things are also different. So think very well before you make this decision. It's something you take time to think about before you decide. Emeka is a 42-year-old man who runs a successful car dealership business in Enugu. And the business is good, everything is working fine, but you usually encounters bad power supply, rising import cost, inconsistent government policies, and sometimes it's hard to manage. And also considering the future of his children, is this where I want to raise these kids? Is this the legacy, or is this the kind of environment I want these kids to grow up in? And he has been processing traveling abroad, but his wife has been telling them to travel abroad, but he has been saying we can make it here, but now it's becoming pressing and he wants to leave. But the business is for his dad. His dad handed over the business to him. His dad started the business after the war, but now he wants to leave, but also doesn't want to destroy the legacy of his father. At the same time, he's thinking about the future of his children. That's the story of Emeka, and he's asking for advice. This is Women Radio 91.7, and you're listening to Adult Conversations.
Women Radio 91.7, breaking the culture of silence.
In the month of June, which is the National Cancer Survivors Month, Women Radio 91.7 FM brings you powerful voices of courage and hope every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 12:05 p.m. on The Big Question. We will feature brave survivors from the network of people impacted by cancer in Nigeria, NIPSIN, from breast to cervical, ovarian to colorectal. Hear real stories of strength, survival, and resilience. We are breaking the silence one voice at a time. Don't miss The Big Question, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 12:05 p.m. throughout the month of June. This is brought to you by Women Radio 91.7 FM and NIPSIN.
Kí ló ń sún ọpọ́n ìrẹsì jọ̀lọ́ọ̀fù lọ sípele ìgbádùn tó ga? Ṣé tí wọ́n bá sè é pẹ̀lú kóró náà fún àdùn tó kà màmá yẹn ni? Tàbí tẹ́ ẹ bá jẹ́ pẹ̀lú ojúlówó sàláàdì Nàìjíríà, èso kábéèjì, kárọ̀tì, lẹ́tùsì, àtẹ̀wà oníkíndìnrín díẹ̀.
Ó ní láti jẹ́ méjèèjì. Ṣé jollof rice rẹ pẹ̀lú àdùn kóró náà kí o wá jẹ́ pẹ̀lú ọ̀pọ̀ ẹ̀fọ́. Ó yá, jẹ́ kí ọ̀pọ̀ oúnjẹ rẹ gbé pẹ́ẹ́lí. Lónìí, jẹun tó dáa.
This house will implement spending cuts on household essentials. First, cable subscription from premium to standard.
Aye.
Now, 3 crowns milk from...
Don't touch our 3 crowns milk, oh.
Why?
Mom sacrifices a lot, and 3 crowns milk nourishes mom so that she can support our family.
Aww.
Moms are our treasures beyond measure. So treasure mom with 3 crowns milk today. 3 crowns milk. Healthy moms, happy families.
The Women Radio membership connects you with other women traders, entrepreneurs, students, homemakers, farmers, and pensioners in the 36 states of Nigeria. As a Women Radio member, your business is promoted free on Women Radio. Win amazing goodies and you get access to our events. Download the Women Radio app today and hear your voice on radio. Register free at wfm917.com and make sure you join the Facebook Women Radio membership group. The Women Radio membership is supported by MacArthur Foundation and the Nigeria Media Innovation Program, NAMI.
Yesterday, I saw an advert for NEL Fund, Nigerian Education Loan Fund, and I said, I beg ye for this Naija, get out of here, man. Then my neighbor told me he applied for NEL Fund, and I laughed so hard and said, my guy, this your mumu not too much. Today, my sister told me her next session school fees have been paid for by Nel Fund, and she even got upkeep alawi. Hey, sure I will not borrow myself sense like this and apply for this Nel Fund.
Don't be left behind. Join thousands of students experiencing the transforming power of hope and financial support provided by Nel Fund. To apply, log on to www.nelf.gov.ng. Fill out your application form. Once verified, your tuition will be paid to your school and your allowance to you. Nel Fund. We paid. You study. You conquer. Nel Fund is an initiative of His Excellency, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Are you looking for a place to advertise your business at affordable rates or a hall to host all your corporate events and conferences? Then don't look any further for all your advert placements, live interviews, announcements, religious programs, event bookings, and lots more. Give your business the boost and reach your target audience at an affordable rate here on Women Radio 91.7. What are you waiting for? Hurry now! Call the numbers 0905 555 8998, 0806 009 2137, or 0816 060 5673, or email us at sales@wfm917.
Oh yeah, give them left and right, hot.
You think you know Nigeria's biggest tunes?
This bad is a problem.
Then get in the ring on the Big Tune Show every weekday from 4 to 5 p.m. on WFM 91.7. Be ready or get
Your market on Women Radio WFM 91.7. Are you a member of our Women Radio network? Are you a trader? Do you own a business? Do you want to increase your sales? I have good news for you. To sell your market free at no charge every Tuesday, 11:30 a.m. on Women Radio WFM 91.7. Call 07000 917 917 or 9155 917 917. 0800 1235 917. Sell your market and connect with customers far and wide for free. This is only for Women Radio Network members. Follow us on social media, Facebook, X, and YouTube at WFM 917.
Women Radio 91.7.
You're still listening to Adult Conversation on Young Men Radio 91.7. This is Adult Conversations, and we're currently discussing the story of Emeka. Emeka is a 42-year-old man who has a successful business, a car dealership business in Enugu, Nigeria, and the business is quite good, moving well, but he has been experiencing some setbacks in regards to power supply, rising import costs, inconsistent government policies, and sometimes he just feels like packing it up and moving abroad. And his wife is in support of this very move of his, but she has been pushing it that he should travel abroad, travel to Canada for over a year now, but he keeps hesitating. And the business actually is his father's legacy. His father started the business during the Biafra War. That's about 40-something years ago. And, you know, his father started the business then and handed the business over to him when he was much older. Now his father is late and he has been the one managing the business. So his father started the business from scratch. Now he has a business, a successful business that he is doing in Nigeria. But he feels like if he leaves the father's business behind, it's sort of like he's betraying his father's legacy, you know, something the father took time to build and nurture, and you just want to leave it and go. But he's also considering his children. Is this how my children will grow up in this kind of place? You know. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. How was your day today?
We bless God. We bless God.
Awesome.
Except the atmosphere of Nigeria, just as America is complaining.
It is well.
But there's always a way out. I want to say, Yoruba say, kò sí lágbára ìrìnàjò kò dàbí ilé.
Yes.
We people that travel abroad, they know what they experience over there. I want to support Daddy Francis. Then Emeka should understand something. He must understand the feud that is going on between husband and wife now in abroad. Not a husband, wife, and not a husband, not a black husband, wife, no. Black and black, Nigeria and Nigeria. If you see what is happening over there, by the time, sorry to say this, America should have to be very, very careful. Have to be very, very careful. Now, how would you be doing the business your father handed over to you successfully? That business is still striving. For Christ's sake, America, when you go to abroad, you are going to be washing plate too. You don't have the license to transfer cash dealing business to Canada.
Yes.
You will be these are the business, these are the work our people are doing over there. Students work. Just that the currency makes difference. When they come here, they become a big person. But I can't question them. It's good so long it's not a business that that take blood. You understand? Like me now, this kind of job I'm doing in Nigeria. If you see me, you might be laughing at me, but I don't give a damn. Money is entering my pocket small. I'm using it to take care of my family. I use it to help the ministry to go. As I am now, I'm a pastor, but I don't depend on the income of the church. Honestly, I don't depend on it. So, please don't abandon your business. If you want to cater for your children, probably you have to look at your family that is in abroad that can take care of your children. Then send them to that place to go to school. Never you go to abroad with your family and your wife. I tell you, oh my God, you're supposed to see another character in that woman that suggests you people should relocate, because she's looking at her mate presently. I'm telling you, she's looking at her mates that have traveled out. But what of if your destiny is not in abroad?
Yes.
Just as the other man said, do you think it's everybody that go to abroad that make it? So it is where your destiny are. Let me tell you something, no matter the hardship in our country, the prayer I keep praying, say, God, you are the one I serve. It is only you I serve. I have no any other place to run to. God, keep me as you keep the Israelites in the land of Egypt. While Israelite was in Egypt, they were settled in the city of Goshen. When God with them, the light was in Goshen and there was darkness in Egypt. I said, God, draw a line between me and poverty in Nigeria, irrespective of government of the kind of policy the government of Nigeria brings. I want to say this, thank God that the air is not in their hands. Sorry to say this on radio. Due to the hardship is too much, but yet I'm telling you, things will be better. But Aneta, please, if you have anything to do because of the children, send the children. If there's any way you can go about it, send the children to abroad to go to school. Don't move to abroad with your wife. You are going to regret it, honestly. You are going to, so long that your business is going well. You understand? And one thing I also need to tell you, you see, there are some people who, when we have money, we always forget the cross. I mean, we always forget church.
Yes.
So when you talk about bringing up your children, do you know that the word of God is number one?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. The word of God is number one for you to bring up your children. And they are still tender now. You put the word of God into them. Because no matter how much you give your children, if they don't have that word of God, I'm telling you, the money you give to them, you kill them or they will kill that money. And then, don't you know that the training your father gives you is that training that is helping you today? It's helping you today. So Africa planet is not the same. Let your children grow up with Africa weather. They will be strong in the bone, they will be strong in the flesh. No place they can't stay. They will survive. God is with us, my dear. Please go in that business. As God help, you grow till God says, "Oh, the time is up." Then you still hand over that business to your children. Don't kill it because you don't know what is waiting for you in abroad. Because that place, if people that are there, they tell you what they go through. Don't be small. Don't be small. Please. Please and please and please and please. Stay here. That is what I can say for now. God bless you, friend. God bless us, Nigerians.
Amen. Thank you so much, Pastor Ifada, for calling and for sharing your advice with Emeka this evening. He can hear us, and I know that he has taken note of everything that you said. Just like Pastor Ifada mentioned, it's better you allow your kids go there to study and come back, that you can hand over the business to them. But living your successful business over here in Nigeria and moving over abroad, it's not really a good thing to do in this economy. Hello, good evening. Hello? All right, we lost that call. Emeka is a 42-year-old man who has a successful business in car dealership in Enugu, Nigeria, and the business is going well, but he is constantly going through some issues with light, NEPA, import duties, inconsistent government policies, and all of those things. And it makes him wonder, can I go on like this? Is this how I want to raise my kids? Is this the legacy I want to leave for my children? And he's considering traveling out of the country for greener pasture, leaving the business behind. And this business was passed down to him by his father. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, this is Shegun calling from Ikorodu.
Yeah, welcome, Shegun. How was your day today?
Fine, thank you. What about you?
My day was great. Thank you so much.
Yes. Okay, to contribute about what you have been saying since morning, Mr. Emeka, right?
Yes.
Now, what I would just suggest I would tell him is that he should not leave his father's business. Because many years he has been running the business. He has been running the business for some couple of years now.
Yeah.
And he is having some difficulties, but it is still different from not having anything. So if you decided to just quit the business and travel abroad, what do you think you want to go and do there? Because getting there, leaving this place is another thing. Getting there and getting work is another thing also. So now we're trying to wait, focus on his work, and everything will be good for him. So if he decides to leave Nigeria and travel to abroad with his family, he will just want to go and start again from level 1. Probably he might be in one level from different.
Okay, looks like we lost that call from Shegun. What Shegun was saying was that it's not too good to leave your father's business behind, especially because you don't know what condition going abroad would offer you. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Fee.
Good evening.
How are you today?
I'm good. Thank you so much. How was your day?
My day was good. How is it?
She's fine.
Okay, this is Florence from Akute.
You're welcome.
First of all, let me congratulate you on the delivery of our baby boy.
Congratulations! Hey, Adult Conversation family just had a baby. Oh my God. Wow, congratulations.
My advice to Emeka, is it?
Yes, Emeka.
Okay, Emeka says that business is a legacy that his father left behind for him. And even though he's still struggling to, survive, I will advise him to hand over the business to his wife.
Okay.
And then move there. Then maybe after some time, if he has stood on his feet, then we should, take the family over. I think that would be better instead of him closing it down for an unknown, whatever. Now he has something in hand. Let him fix his wife there. Let him maybe, tutor his wife on the business and let her handle it. Then he goes over there to, to fix a better life. And then when he's on his feet, he should send his family over. I think that would be, you should try that.
All right, Florence. Thank you so much. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your night.
Tunde has not called.
I'm sure he's listening. He will soon call.
Okay, Tunde, I'm greeting you.
Thank you so much, Florence, for calling and for sharing your advice with Emeka this evening. Florence is saying it's better you hand over the business over to your wife and let her, manage it for the meantime while you go ahead with the kids. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Jane. I'm calling from Louis.
Hi, Jane.
I'm fine, thank you. So, what I have to say to Emeka is this. I disagree with Pastor Ifada. Everything is not God. Everything is not about Christianity or religion. There are better things abroad. I can agree that, everything might not go as planned, but if he feels that Canada is a place to be, that means he has plans, and that means it's my work. Legacy is not everything. Should he stay in Nigeria and suffer? For his wife to be fully behind him, I think there's something there, and there's something for him there. So I don't feel not everything is religion, and not everything should be about Jesus, God, oh my God. So yeah, that's why I feel. So I think Emeka should just think carefully and make a decision. Like, you should have a pro-con list and make his decision. Thank you.
All right, Jane. Thank you so much for calling and for sharing your advice. At the end of the day, I believe every single person has a right to their opinions and advice, and every advice is respected right here on Adult Conversation. So thank you so much for sharing your advice for Jane, for Emeka this evening. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening, ma'am.
Oh, you're welcome. Good evening.
Yeah,
you're welcome
because
today.
the network is not okay. That's why I leave the country like this.
Okay.
Thank you so much. I really support all your ideas, and I respect a lot of people's ideas. I monitor the time. This thing needs to fix it because I will call back. I have a lot of things to talk.
All right.
And then I tell the Almighty God will bless you and let the rest call. I respect everybody's opinion. And for me personally, I listen to me very well. For me, I'm talking from Makomojo. No matter any money I make in Nigeria to be, everything, the good fact that they all see in Nigeria, it must remain the Almighty God. If I die here, that's it. This is about religion. I wanted to change the religion of my children. Now listen to me very well. Because I never hear the full story, but I think that's a lot of things. Emeka, normally, not only you, every other person, everybody, they have money. Maybe you are average okay in Nigeria. That's what we are facing now. Let's say reality. We make the join, we come to the bank, we call, after we leave. That's what everybody is making now. Even most of the millionaires making now, this was the good take their mind now. Normally, number one, the first thing you will do is that, for me, if I'm talking on my behalf, if I'm in your shoe, I'm not able to spend anywhere. Normally, money every day. I'm still managing to Nigeria and that kind of thing. But our young children now, it's what we are facing. We don't. My prayer is that please help me when you go to summarize because I monitor the time. Okay. When is the time passing off? I give it back. I will come back. When you know they call me up, I will come back. Because I will come back. For me personally, I just want to learn from you. I'm not saying that things are not okay in Nigeria. Things are not okay. Things are okay. Everything is okay. I don't know how old is the age of MFI children. How old? I mean their children.
It didn't mention the ages of the
children. How many of them?
There are two.
me. Okay, thank God, nothing anymore. That's why I tell them, my God, I don't need any children anymore. They should give all the people that are looking for the children. The tree is okay for me to Almighty God will cook me. Let me tell you something, Yannicka. Number one, God gave you everything you want. I don't know your age of your children. And then your children is small, they don't remain in your domain. Train them, discipline them. But if you have good family, good guidance outside the world, I will send them good. If that is happening to me tonight, I have a lot of them here. But you know, Nigerian, everybody is studying his course now. I know the way they are talking to me, and that's why I don't want to know myself. They are talking everything. I know about two of my friends I corner the Los Angeles now watching Chelsea match. It's so to be or more. I know that your mind is out of here, but they are coming for me. That's it. But what I wanted to tell you is that normally, nothing moves in Nigeria reality. Yes. Unless you are putting our Nigeria is not so many more. See, most of our families are out there. See the way they are getting their children, spending a lot of billions on their children. You know that that's why you see them spending all the money in Nigeria. Because over all they are facing in Nigeria, they don't want any of their children to face it. Now, calm down. If your children is okay, the reason I said I want you to hold them is that, you need to train them when they are small. Maybe after the university, you can't go guidance after the war, let them go. Thank God that you have sister, I can go and come back, no problem about it, and then you want to go with you. If my wife is a discipline, the reason with the way I'm busy, maybe I have my sister. I know one of my best friends, this year, it came home from US more than 50 times for this blessing to pay. This is 150 million in my go-go. I'm not monitoring time of come back. The more that one money they forget about the money, that's it. If you want to attend it, that's it for children. Nigeria is with you. If people want to enjoy their children, you want to give them, you need to spend on your children. Things are not moving in Nigeria, we are fully ourselves. See, a lot of people that truly in Benue today, most of them we have money, they have everything, they will remain in Benue. In fact, in my family, I remain Benue. Tomorrow morning, I play Lagos, I play Ibadan, I play Oshun. What are we talking about? Things are not moving in Nigeria anymore. That's why you see a lot of people now, they don't want to play with their children. Normally, for them, it's small. Normally, you don't understand Nigeria, but your people don't understand what is going on in Nigeria. And that's why I spend a lot of money on my kids. I got them too much on my family, too much. I got my wife, I tell you, God, if anything happen to my children, I take it. I will not take it easy with you. That's why I come to Lagos, do everything what I give you money. Yeah. That's why. But I face in my life, I don't want my children to face it. I will come back to this. I have a lot of things I wanted to talk to you. I will tell you step by step. All right. No matter if only people tell now, carry your children along. I will come back to her. I have a lot of things to tell. So, yeah, you tell me to tell Nigeria. Even now, only Nigeria remain. You got to create Nigeria. Almost in one hour to my walayu. How much Nigeria will come on me for what are you more? The one I want, I return only to this Nigeria. I will come back and I will tell you, Lord.
All right, Sunday.
Number 5.
Thank you so much, Sunday, for calling and for sharing your advice with Emeka this evening. We're still discussing the story and we're still hoping to get more advice for Emeka this evening so we can make a better, well-informed decision. If you want to watch us live, you can go to our Facebook page at Women Radio at WFM 917, WFM 917 live on Facebook. You get to see the person behind the voice or the face behind the voice right there on our Facebook page. All right, we'll be right back shortly. We're still discussing the story of Emeka. It's a 42-year-old who has a successful car dealership business here in Nigeria. But because of the situation of the country, he doesn't want to raise his kids here and he wants to move them abroad. And he's asking for advice. This is Women Radio 91.7 and you're listening to Adult Conversations.
Shout out to my one and only. Now you be my hello band. In game, you're one in a million. Shout out to my baby honey. Now you be my girl, you. They me, you're one in a million. I demand you low. Sugar and a lafia. I demand you lori. Aye, what do you do? I demand you low. Sugar and fuck on a lè máa nílé lórí o òrèǹté no dey complain o ẹ bá mi kí o òrèǹté o ṣálàtúbà òrèǹté o ẹ bá mi kí o òrèǹté o ṣálàtúnwá òrèǹdè òrèǹdè o. Ẹ bá mi kí òrèǹdè òrèǹdè ìyàwó mi lòrèǹdè. Dorobuchi dey toast you. You tell am say you no do, say you no go leave me. Ọmọge tó lóyà, bébí mi tó ṣọ́ọ̀jù, say you no go leave me. A lè má lò ó lọ́wọ́, ṣùgbọ́n alálàáfíà, a lè má nílé lórí o. Ayé wa dùn yóò yí, a lè má lò ó lọ́wọ́, ṣùgbọ́n a ní fọkànbalẹ̀ o. A lè má nílé lórí o. Òrèǹdè no dey complain o. Ẹ bá mi kí òrèǹdè òrèǹdè o. Ṣálàtúnwá òrèǹdè òrèǹdè o. Ẹ bá mi kí òrèǹdè òrèǹdè o. Ṣálàtúnwá òrèǹdè òrèǹdè o. Ẹ bá mi kí òrèǹdè òrèǹdè ìyàwó mi lòrèǹdè. Òrèǹdè o. Òrèǹdè o. Oh yeah, yeah. WFM.
Hey, movement to inspire and to break the culture of silence. Here is 91.7, the voice of women, the voice of women, the voice of women. 91.7, the voice of women, the voice of women, the voice of women. 91.7 WFM 91.7.
It's 9 o'clock, and here is news at 9 on Women Radio 91.7. The League of Women Voters of Nigeria is set to hold a town hall meeting in Lagos State to advocate for reserved seats for women in the legislature and constitutional reforms. The event will take place on Tuesday, 17th June 2025 at 10 a.m. at the Eko FM Multipurpose Hall, LTV premises, Ikeja, opposite Coca-Cola on Lateef Jakonde Road. Over 400 girls in Abuja have been trained and equipped to make reusable menstrual pads as part of efforts to tackle menstrual poverty. Rotary leader Mike Okachi said the initiative aims to promote hygiene, reduce poverty, and empower young girls with practical skills. A 14-year-old girl, Bashariya Usman, has been rescued by NAPTIP after allegedly being subjected to severe abuse, starvation, and exploitation by the wife of a high-ranking government official. The agency acted after a viral video showing the girl in a distressed state. Today marks 3 months and 8 days since Senator Natasha Akpothu-Duagan was handed a 6-month suspension from the Nigerian Senate for gross misconduct following raised allegations of sexual harassment. Today, Nigeria's naira exchanges as 1,546 naira to a dollar, 1,789 naira to a euro, and 2,090 naira to a pound. MI6 has appointed Blaze as its new chief, making her the first woman to lead the agency in its 116-year history. In sports, a sport company has partnered with Racing Women to promote female participation in motorsport. The sponsorship would support driver training and races in the UK and US in 2025, aiming to empower women in racing and STEM fields. Today marks 11 years and 59 days since our Chibok girls were captured, and 7 years and 113 days since the abduction of Leah Sharibu, the Dapchi girl. Women Radio 91.7 calls for the safe release of all our girls still in captivity. Women Radio 91.7 demands justice from the government for victims and survivors of sexual abuse and rape. If you have been sexually abused, please contact a sexual assault referral center near you. The News at 9 is edited by Rose Yusuf Kesar. I am Fifolua Akirami. Thanks for listening.
We are Nigeria's first female-centric radio station for women and families. WFM 91.7.
Money fair any total. Mupura, mupura. Mo mọ gbẹ́ ọkàn rẹ ní tòótọ́, àmọ́ èmi yàtọ̀. Mupura, n ó gbé ọrin dò, ẹsẹ̀ rẹ ò ní kàn mí. N ó bá ọ rókè, ẹsẹ̀ rẹ ò ní kànlẹ̀. Mọ́ ṣọ́gbìngbìn jẹ́ ń bá ọ lọ. Ibi ó bá ń lọ, n ó bá ọ rè, n ó bá ọ rè. Àyànfẹ́ jẹ́ ń bá ọ relé o. Ibi ó bá ń lọ, n ó bá ọ lọ, n ó bá ọ lọ. Wọ́n ní kí l'àyànmọ́ mi, mo ní ìwọ ni. Wọ́n ní kí l'àyànmọ́ mi, ìfẹ́ rẹ ni. Ìrìn wa ti dàjọ́ rìn, ẹbọ wa ti dàjọ́ pé n ò purọ́ o, n ò purọ́ o. N ó gbé ọrin dò, ẹsẹ̀ rẹ ò ní kàn mí. N ó bá ọ rókè, ẹsẹ̀ rẹ ò ní kànlẹ̀. Àyànfẹ́ jẹ́ ń bá ọ délé. Ibi ó bá ń lọ, ibi ó bá ń lọ. Àyànfẹ́ jẹ́ ń bá ọ délé. Ibi ó bá ń lọ, n ó bá ọ lọ. Ìlà ló mórí kì í lá o. Ògìrì ló mórí kì ọbẹ̀ o. Àyànfẹ́ dákun dábọ̀ ṣe tèmi. Ibi ó bá ń lọ o. Àyànfẹ́, àyànfẹ́ mi. Àyànfẹ́ jẹ́ ń bá ọ délé o. Ibi ó bá ń lọ, ibi ó bá ń lọ o. Àyànfẹ́ dákun ṣe tèmi. Ìrìn wa àjọ rìn, ẹbọ wa àjọ gbé, ikú wa àjọ kú. How long will I love you? As long as stars are above you. And longer if I can. How long will I need you? As long as the seasons need to follow their plan. How long will I be with you? As long as the sea is bound to wash upon the sand. How long will I want you? As long as you want me to. And longer by far. How long will I hold you? As long as your father told you. long as you can. How long will I give to you? As long as I live through you. However long you say. How long will I love you? As long as stars are above you. And longer if I may. How long will I love you? As long as stars are above you.
This is Adult Conversations on your Min Radio 91.7. We're still here discussing the story of Emeka and also giving him advice. Very, very important. Emeka is, okay, for the sake of those who are just joining us, I'll go over the story one more time so we can all have an understanding of what the story is about. And you can also watch us live on Facebook and YouTube at WFM 917. WFM 917 on YouTube and Facebook. The story says, my name is Emeka. I'm 42 years old. I run a car dealership in Enugu. Business is good, relatively speaking, but the stress of Nigeria wears a man down. Between failing power supply, rising import costs, and inconsistent government policies, sometimes I just want to pack it all up and move abroad. My wife is in support and she has been pushing for Canada for over a year now, but I keep hesitating. The business is my father's legacy. He built it from scratch after the war. Leaving it behind feels like a betrayal, but my kids are still young and I want a future for them. Where NEPA won't dictate their bedtime and where their passport open doors. So what do I do? Stay and struggle with pride or leave and start from scratch? That's the story of Emeka this evening. Hello, good evening.
Thank you so much. Almighty God bless you. I listened to the story tonight. Emeka, this is let me go to the report because a lot of intelligence want to call in. Yeah. For me, Almighty God will bless Daddy. And is he Emeka that is still alive?
No, he's dead. His dad is dead.
Almighty God will continue so rest in perfect peace, and Almighty God will be to all of you. Let me case is very simple. I respect a lot of opinion. I hear your story very well. Thank God that things are okay. That's what a lot of people are facing in Nigeria. Let people want to lie on the group. Rich are crying now. Yes, rich are crying now. We mingle with them, we talk together, they are crying now. All you will do now is number one, you understand Nigeria. And the way Daddy already give you the legacy. I don't want legacy Daddy to be perished. Now, concentrate on the children, you manage them, you understand them, and they close to them very well. And then when your children get older, maybe they are mature, then you treat them very well. Because you may go to outside the world, the way they are thinking, if everything will change. I know a lot of my friends, a lot of my family that they born their children in outside the world. They tell them come to Nigeria. After we train them, we mingle with them, they all our daddy, our mommy, the reason why I like my family is my family came from a disciplined family. They don't take nonsense. No, they don't want to money or shoe. And that's why Almighty God is fine. You pick up, I miss my mom. Mommy, I miss my mom. No, what I want to tell you now is that concentrate on your children. We still have a good school in Nigeria. We still have a lot of money in Nigeria to take care of your children. And they cut your cost according to your size. They don't be pressure on you, not only you. That was me to not fit. You see a lot of people that come here every day, today, I will switch every day, that I'm already job. Yes, I'm talking to one of my friends in Canada. I said that today, you see your life now. That's what you see when they are calling them in outside the world. They are ready to say that, money for them now. See what you are facing in Nigeria, you never travel now. That's what we are facing too. Now, concentrate on the children, understand them, give them good education,
send them to school, and they let the business. Do you know the way you did? The way business is coming now is coming. Somebody enter bank today. What happened in bank today? I think that came in Nigeria now. In fact, people are doing transaction now. Economy is so booming. That's why you don't see go to all the banks now nowadays now. You can't see a lot of cars anymore. The things are not moving. People are managing, and they instead of you to carry money come to do a lot of transaction, they will do normal business. When they use the amount of money, they will go to the bank to do the transaction and they go back. To look at things are changing, and the way things come, the way you will adapt will see. But don't let that one affect you in your daily business and your my daily wife. That's why I caution myself. No matter any pressure I see, I caution myself. I thought my wife will take down. A little bit your hand, that's it. Almighty God will bless you. And by the time I do that, I see more than that. Unless I wanted to learn already, so I seek it for every day. I'm not doing for one, I'm not doing it but I seek it for. One of them could just call me today or more, take this and take that. The more they are giving me, the more I keep spending out. That was something when I promise somebody I don't give it because people pressure too much.
Yeah.
They make a take it easy. Understand your children, take them for the way. But by the time your children is going maybe after the finish their secondary school, maybe after the university, and after university, you can call one of your friends, maybe guys you know in US, and they will tell them, if my children do anything, do with them. At the time you'll be sending them normally like when my daddy passed all of them I think we still have a lot of good school, good something like that. But I know that the pressure is one that pushes you. Because when you travel outside the world it's another story entirely. There's just one I wanted to come in, I wanted to cover. Because when you go there's another thing entirely. I know a lot of my friends today, I'm early 70s, they go for their business down, they go to US, Canada, France, Germany, these are working for them. But I know a lot of them that they go them, they come back to Nigeria, they're doing good. Like one of my best friends is the best architect in Nigeria. And then when you go to US, things are working for him. But when you go to US, it's one of the best. He gets to cover everything. You know the reason why make him come back to Nigeria. The family is married. The place in US, they want to come into slavery. That's a kilo January.
Yes.
Kilo January. I'm going back to my DC. What's wrong with you? And make my money. When the man came back to Nigeria, come and see. Long over. Nigerian street, when you get connection, you know what you are doing. Come and see what this guy making Nigeria. You call me when they say that today, why am I wasting 7 years to it? See what I don't get me. And then I don't marry another wife now. He want that born 4 children for him, you don't marry Igbo woman now, 2 children. Come and see this house in the back door. Oh, more powerful, my connection, everything. Come back. I call him one day, I will call you. Instead of when my children come and meet me in Nigeria. You see what we are talking about? And I don't let Nigeria go you that we are the ones who will bring Nigeria down. Right. The one thing I know in my life is that I focus on my work and my children and my family. No matter anybody that comes that will give me my problem, my family is number one and not that. Think your children very well, but don't let daddy business perish. And by the time your children get older, make them move. I told them today, even my go answer me today, my children is good. My wife, that's good. Nothing moving Nigeria unless we are pulling our text. Let's say reality on radio program. People are talking on my phone, nothing moving Nigeria. What I will send children to school and sleep out alone. How will answer all of our problems? I'm not saying Nigeria is not okay. Let God answer me today. They are going tomorrow. All my children, my if my wife don't have another, no problem. Let me die in Nigeria. That's all. Me, enjoy yourself. What are we talking about? Not just too much in Nigeria. Where rich people are crying. Crying. Somebody ain't got bank to see. Come and see what the man want to change. Elderly people never job. I send somebody to buy all the doors of donor. The man is doing transaction. Come and see one elderly man. 80 years old, giving you 5,000. Mr. Man, don't kill yourself now. Like,
all right, so thank you so much.
Welcome to Nigeria. You don't you kill all the people. Don't let Nigeria kill you. Your children and your family is number one. And your don't look at it separately. I beg in the name of God. But when you see them getting older, maybe they wanted to enter university, send them abroad. Send them abroad. Send them abroad. Yeah, your wife will do. And then you have any contact now. Nothing takes this and then we are feeling ourselves.
All right, thank you so much, Cindy, for calling and for sharing your advice with Mika. The summary of everything is that there's no place like home. And if at all you want to send your kids over there, make sure you give them over to a guardian. Hello, good evening.
Good evening. This is Florence.
All right, you're welcome back.
I wanted to ask, what of money, ma? It's been long we've heard from her.
Yeah, she traveled. She traveled home. Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. Another thing I want to tell Emeka is, if peradventure he has other means from closing down the company, but if he has other means, that's other resources, finance
Yes.
and that now to travel, he can do that.
Mm.
But he should not close down the business, because the legacy that his father left for him, his father will want him to leave it for his children. So
Yes.
if you can source for money elsewhere, and then go over with you, make his plan happen. He should do that.
All right, Florence, thank you so much for calling and for sharing your advice with Emeka this evening. Emeka is a 42-year-old man who has a successful car dealership business in Enugu, and he's doing quite well for himself. Although Nigeria has been, showing him a lot of challenges and issues here and there, and it has become quite difficult, from poor electricity supply to rising import costs to inconsistent government policies. These things are becoming too much for him, and he just wants to leave the country and just go somewhere else. However, his wife is also in support of that decision. But the business is a legacy from his father, was handed over to him by his father, and he doesn't want to leave it. Hello, good evening. Please reduce the volume of your radio before you call so we can have a smooth conversation. So he doesn't want to leave the business over here in Nigeria because that's his father's legacy. His father built the business from scratch, after the war, and leaving it behind feels like betrayal for him. Hello, good evening.
Good evening. It's David from Rockton, but I'm at Abeokuta still. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much, David. How was your day?
It's very fine. And yours?
All right, my day was great. Thank you.
All right, a quick one. I realized primarily Emeka's issue is finance, economy.
Yes.
There are three things he mentioned, actually four. Number one, he mentioned epileptic power supply.
Yes.
What we call poor government policy.
Yeah, import costs. Yeah.
Increase in the cost of importation. And finally, number four, economic downturn. So four things in general that we specified are causing him to want to look at this.
Yeah.
If one, of course, has been the pressure from the wife, but I don't look at that as a critical issue. Two should be one. That is my belief. So you should be on the same page. Otherwise, you can't climb the next stage together.
Yes.
Prioritize your family. These are my issues. Prioritize your family. Stay together. Wherever you go, overseas or here. But my opinion, if I were in your shoes, I'll stay put here. You are in a good business. Not everybody your age, in the middle age, which you are in, gets that opportunity. Your father has laid a good groundwork, and you are bothered about living a robust future for your children. I'm like that too. When my child was born, are you getting me? I started saving a particular amount daily.
Yes.
Now I have paid that amount on to 2027, to the end of 2027. Are you getting me?
Yes.
I paid it to December 2027 because it's patent just about 1,000 naira a day. Are you getting me?
Yes.
Started paying 1,000 naira a day from the day she was born. She's a millionaire, but not everybody knows apart from her mom. I went to a bank. GT used to operate a Saturday banking then, and I went to that bank. That was the day when she was born, and I opened that account and I started paying him. Until later, when substantial income comes to me, disposable income, I just pay until I can now pay for weeks, for months, and now I've paid for years. That means I've paid up to, if I don't pay anything until December 2027, I still have continued paying daily. That's what I mean. Money, so she can go to Harvard, Yale, she can go to Princeton, she can go to Manchester. She can go to any of the universities abroad she wants to go. Are you getting me now? I don't have two. She's just the only one. I planned it. It's not that we couldn't have had more children, but we just wanted it to go that way. She doesn't have any complications medically or otherwise, but we just stay put. Even when the mother started pressing, and aren't you going to have other children? The siblings, sisters are having their 3, 4 kids. I just told her, because we're on the same page.
Yes.
Are you getting me?
Yes.
So, whatever you do, stay with your wife and family. I can mention pastors who are here and their wives are overseas. And I can tell you the mess you don't want to hear outside happening in their marriage. Those are pastors, Pentecostal living names. So how do you want to manage it? Woman changes with time. Things happen. Are you getting me?
Yes.
I have friends who go to see their wife overseas 6 months, every 6 months. One of the introductions I did that I never married the lady, it was because there was an affair who was sleeping with her. You seen her, are you getting me?
Yeah.
And was going to see the wife who was a hijab, a leha wife in US. And he was going to see them, working at Chevron that time, he was going to see them every 6 months. And my woman, who was a graduate, who I wanted to marry, was 28 at that time, messed up. We had done introduction, I called it off. Are you getting me?
Yes.
So you can see what he was doing here, and the wife is an Eleha in US. I just want to be brief this night. So I will recommend 3 things.
Okay.
Number, I haven't said that whatever you finally choose, stay with your wife and family. Are you getting me?
Yes.
You can go over and come. You can, if you needed to do a connection over there, or you needed to do expansionist work, you can go over there, go, and it shouldn't take long. But the idea of going to settle overseas at the level you are now, considering 2 things, your age and the level of your business, which is even a family business, this is the wrong time to leave. If you were younger, maybe around 32 or 30 or something, I would have said, okay, you can give it, a shoot. So, 1, I think you should obtain specialized entrepreneur exposure. You need entrepreneur exposure.
Okay.
You need to expand your intellectual capacity entrepreneurially. This is the dimension of growth. Now the business has gotten to a level, challenges are now coming in the face of the economy, that you now need to diversify. Secondly, you diversify. And thirdly, get good business advisory. Meet experts. These are your expansionist roadmap lines that I feel you should follow. Obtain specialized entrepreneur exposure. Go to visit those in that same line of business with you. See how they are doing it better. See that you beat the odds, that you beat the competition. See that you do beyond them. Number 2, get diversify. There may be things you can do from the income that is coming in now that may be bringing in money more regularly than selling a car. Are you getting me now?
Yes.
Coca-Cola is now producing 5 Alive, the Coca-Cola company. It is diversification. I think you do one business for donkey years here, we just keep on put. Some of those, universities I just mentioned, Oxford, Yale, Cambridge, and the rest of them, Harvard, some of them are 400 years old. Go and see our schools that are less than 90. They are all dilapidated and moribund. A lot of the things we do here, businesses don't go. You should take the business to the next level. That should be your concern now, not even where to live or your children. And I believe it's equal to the fact that your children will be better raised here than there.
Yes.
The economic downturn is a global thing. The way it hits each country is what is different. Look at what Donald Trump is doing now. So summarily, I say again, obtain specialized entrepreneurial exposure. 2, diversify. Find things that you can put in money that can bring in faster, regular, daily income. More than that, while this one is running, because you are seeing cash flow, it's just that you need more. Summary of all your complaints is money, finance. You want to see how you are looking at, wondering how your children will continue to live. Is it this money that is coming this way from this kind of business? Diversify. Let this exposure involve your wife. Let her be a skilled partner in this thing. Number 3, get good business advice. Meet experts. Go for specialized seminars. Get experts to advise you how you want to expand. You should be looking at expansionist program now. That's what you should do. I've been paying salary since I was 17 in 1987. And I have been in and out of this country, and I've seen miracles, because I follow this pattern. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, David, for calling and for sharing your advice. That was very detailed and, of course, straight to the point. One of the things David mentioned to Emeka was to stay together with your family. It's very important that you stay together with your family. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Okay, my name is Chidi. I'm calling from Ikeja.
Okay, you're welcome.
Okay, thank you. So first thing I would tell Emeka is I would toe the line of the last speaker. You need to stay with your family. That's very important. You need to be in the life of your children, your child or your children. You do not want to create all the business, and at the end of the day, your children will send them off the drug. So you need to be in their life. Second thing I will say is a lot of people think that the grass is green on the other side. It's not actually correct.
Yes.
I'm opportune to do all my schooling in the US. And one thing I know for sure is you have better opportunities there, but it all depends on where God chooses to bless you.
Yes.
Now, if you do not have your training in the US and you say you want to go to business, you're going to struggle unless you want to go into crime. And now, when you go into the States, you go to Canada, you have two things you're competing against. You're competing against surviving financially.
Yeah.
You're also competing against keeping your wife. Now, this is radio, and I'm going to say this fact. When a woman from Nigeria goes to the US or Canada, men place a bet on her who will sleep with her first. And many of the time, the ladies don't know. So these guys will shower so much gift on you. You think you're finding love, but you're just a piece of porn. You just put a bet on you. And God bless you. This guy that wins the bet now is better off in the room, in the other room than your husband, and your husband begins to lose out. So he needs to understand this fact. So you need to tell yourself, do you want to keep your family? If yes, then my advice for you is stay in Nigeria. If your plan is for your kids, just like the other caller said, groom them at least. The Catholic and the Jehovah's Witness body says, give me the child for the first 7 years of his life, and he will die a Catholic or a Jehovah's Witness. So you need to instill values in your children here before you move them out there and tomorrow they are identifying as cats, right?
Yes.
Or they will tell you now they are trying to change one gender or me. So give your children the basic trainings here, give them the morals, then you can actually send them there for university, because at the end of the day, it's for them. Every move you want to make is for the betterment of the children. So whether they go now or they go later is still something. And you have means. I have a friend, a close friend of mine, who got Canada passport. Immigration brought the passport to his house. All he paid was $250,000 then for his family of 3. So if passport is again what you want, you can actually buy it. All you need to do is work towards it. I know guys buying St. Kitts, Dominican Republic passport, so you can travel all over the world without visa. So if what you want is for your children, I will tell you, don't put your family on that risk. You can plan for your children and keep your family safe. Now, you are complaining about the economic downturn. It's not only Nigeria. That's the truth. In the States, if you go to Walmart and buy chicken, full chicken, $5, that same chicken now is going for $15. So everything is expensive everywhere. And you coming in, you do not have all the documentation, you're going to struggle. So you're going to struggle. Now, the last caller made mention of clergy people that have their wife doing stuff. I know a close friend, and he told me what the wife did. And in my head, I'm running, I know my wife did this. How will I touch her? So, but he had to do it for papers. So don't just go and mess your family up, because a lot of people out there telling you, oh, come, the grass is greener here. When you come there, they will teach you and tell you what it is, and you already lay your hand on the plug. There's no going back. Guys, stay in Nigeria, do your business, struggle the few you could, stay for your children, and give them a better life in the future. Thank you.
Thank you so much for calling. Emeka is really grateful for your advice this evening. It's better to stay here than to risk the life of your children and your wife, because nothing is guaranteed anywhere in the world, and you can make it from anywhere in the world as well. This is Women Radio 91.7, and you're still listening to Adult Conversations.
Women Radio 91.7.
Hello, my name is Adedoja Allen, MDCU City 1051 FM. Over the years, I've had the privilege of leading and learning alongside incredible people. But one thing remains constant: the power of mentorship. And this isn't about guiding careers. It's about unlocking confidence, building character, and paying forward the lessons that shaped me. I'm excited to invite all ambitious women to She Leads, a free one-day mentorship class with Adedoja Allen, exclusively for female business owners, female entrepreneurs, and female leaders in middle management positions in any industry between the ages of 20 and 45 years. Season 1 will be happening on Friday, June 20th, 2025 at the Radisson Blue Hotel, Ikeja GRA, from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Myself and other successful top female leaders who are trailblazers in their industries will be sharing valuable insights to empower you to succeed. This event is limited to 100 women. To attend, text She Leads to 090-317-44786. To attend, text She Leads to 090-317-44786 to secure your spot. Date again, Friday, June 20th, 2025. Time 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Venue, Radisson Blue Hotel, Ikeja GRA. Register now and take that first step towards achieving your goals. We look forward to seeing you at She Leads. Remember, it is free.
Kí ló ń sún ọpọ́n ìrẹsì jọ̀lọ́ọ̀fù lọ sípele ìgbádùn tó ga? Ṣé tí wọ́n bá sè é pẹ̀lú kóró náà fún àdùn tó kà màmá yẹn ni? Tàbí tẹ́ bá jẹ́ pẹ̀lú ojúlówó sàláàdì Nàìjíríà, èso kábéèjì, kárọ̀tì, lẹ́tùsì, àtẹ̀wà oníkíndìnrín díẹ̀.
Ó ní láti jẹ́ méjèèjì. Ṣé jollof rice rẹ pẹ̀lú àdùn kóró náà kí o wá jẹ́ pẹ̀lú ọ̀pọ̀ ẹ̀fọ́. Ó yá, jẹ́ kí ọ̀pọ̀ oúnjẹ rẹ gbé pẹ́ẹ́lí. Lónìí, jẹun tó dáa.
Scientists wey dey invent things, poets wey dey lift life, engineer wey dey build bridge, fashion designer wey dey style life. Life must be very well. Wetin dey worry you? Wetin dey bother you, my student? Financial stress wey dey weigh you down. Health fund don come to your aid with interest-free loan. You no need to worry again. Health fund no be anybody wait. They don settle Nigeria students. Health fund don settle us. No worry. Health fund don settle us. Health fund don settle us.
Come make Nelfund settle you. Apply for your interest-free loan for Nelfund so that you go settle your future. Go pursue your dream. Nelfund go pay. Nelfund, we pay. You study, you conquer.
Nelfund is an initiative of His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Josephine Ugu, a woman of integrity, an icon of honesty. Born on Christmas Day of 1978 in Nsukka, Nigeria, orphaned as a child, Josephine moved to Lagos, Africa's megacity for greener pastures, and got a cleaning job at Murtala Mohammed International Airport on a meager salary of 7,800 naira monthly. Despite the economic hardships, struggling through poverty to survive, Josephine displayed the highest level of integrity on 5 occasions when she returned over 25 million naira and over $15,000 found at Lagos Airport while on duty. An icon of honesty, a woman of integrity, incorruptible. We present to you Josephine Njideka Ugu, an iconic woman of our time. This is an initiative of St. Ives Communications, Women Radio, Voice of Women Empowerment Foundation, supported by the MacArthur Foundation.
The Women Radio membership, they connect you with other market women, the ones who get their own business, students, so women where they stay house, even farmers and pensioners for the 36 states of Nigeria. As a Women Radio member, we go to promote your business for radio. You fit win better prizes, and you fit even come our event. Just go download the Women Radio app today, make you hear yourself for radio. You fit go register free on top wfm917.com, and make sure say you join the Facebook Women Radio membership group. The Women Radio membership gets support from MacArthur Foundation and Nigeria Media Innovation Program, NAMI.
This house will implement spending cuts on household essentials. First, cable subscription from premium to standard.
Aye.
Now, 3 crowns milk from...
Don't touch us. 3 crowns milk, oh.
Why?
Mom sacrifices a lot, and 3 crowns milk nourishes mom so that she can support our family.
Moms are our treasures beyond measure. So treasure mom with 3 crowns milk today. 3 crowns milk. Healthy moms, happy families.
Lunch vibes. Every music note counts, aligning with lyrics and rhythm. Words soothing to the ears, voices and melodies with the best vibes ever. That is Lunch Vibes on Women Radio WFM 91.7.
I blow your candle light. You know I'm just that type. No, them not big you.
The big question.
Corruption is, in fact, is increasing more. We never had that snake and whether python and swallow emoji.
Why?
Everything has increased.
Conversational, controversial, and borderline disruptive. The big question.
Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays from 12:05 p.m. only on Women Radio.
Women Radio 91.7, amplifying women's voices every hour, every day.
This is Women Radio 91.7, and you're still listening to Adult Conversations. A big thank you to every single person who was called in to give their advice to Emeka this evening. This is just a proof that wherever you are in the world, you can make it there, whether you're in Nigeria, whether you're abroad. Everybody can, still make it at the end of the day. Okay, we have one call right now. Hello, good evening.
Finally.
Good evening.
Good evening. This is Mike from Singotedo.
You're welcome, Mike.
I want to beg our family, please, let's try to summarize. Staying on phone 10 minutes, you are depriving others. There are still commercials to do and all that. Please, I beg you, so that all of us can contribute.
All right.
Okay, with that as you mean, I want to tell Emeka or ask you some questions for advice. Number one, I don't understand what he's saying, pride. If you say with pride or saying back. I don't know what is pride in it. Number one, he's having a bird in hand and wants to go to the bush to look for other birds. And I want to ask, if he leaves the bird in his hand, if he's being proud, I don't understand the pride there. Have you realized that going to Canada in particular is not a bed of roses? Canada structure, even the wife is good. Doesn't have a certificate himself to get a job. Has he had a skill to have a job there? Does the wife have a certificate to support him? Because one man's income there cannot serve because they're going to pay bills.
Yeah.
Electricity bill, waste bill, gas, almost everything, heater, everything apart from the rent. They pay tax. They can't pay tax like Nigeria. So has he considered that? And if the children, they say they are small, does he have a nanny that will take care of the child? Or can they afford taking a nanny from here to take care of the children when both of them go to work? Number two is just certainty of the job if he goes there. And I just realized or discovered that the value of our naira is not compared to that. If you sell all the assets you have now to go there, Do you have money to sustain yourself for about 6 months, next 6 months, 1 year before you take a good job? Do you have where you're going to stay there? So you need to count the cost. Going to abroad, well, it's okay, but you also have price. It's not easy. So it's not pride for you to consolidate on what you have. Then if you're not sure you can afford it, because going to start from the scratch, as he said, it's not easy in Nigeria. Talking of going abroad to start from the scratch. I would suggest, while he has a plan, consolidate on the work and start diversifying. Yes, because of the cost of the economy, if most people are not buying cars and whatever. Number one, start thinking of diversification. Number two, maybe start looking at their clients, who are those who can afford. So you need to make sure that you consolidate here before you think of going anywhere. Because I know somebody was just telling me, I think this week or last week, somebody that has stayed 25 years out there, he sold everything he had. I think he's either a lawyer, and he got there. What's the plan with that? Now he doesn't even have transfer to come back. He cannot even come back. He's just there. And he had a good job here, a professional. And he's even ashamed coming back because all his plans and everything, he don't work out the way he dreamed. He sold all he had to make sure he made it and left the good job, paying job here. And you have a business, a legacy business. My brother, don't let the pressure of your wife fool, because when the chips are down, the woman, and now you go see blame you. Because you said, okay, why did you pass it cost well? Why did you advise me well? I wanted it food. I wanted the good for all of us and our children. So you have to sit down, count the cost before you leave. Because I won't advise you to leave the one you have on ground and start running for what the uncertainty. Thank you very much.
Okay, Mike, thank you so much for calling and for sharing your advice with Emeka this evening. Mike is saying count your cost. Don't just leave because of the pressure that you're feeling or because of the condition of the country right now. It's better you count your cost and be certain that this is what you actually want to do. And just like David also mentioned, and Mike also said the same thing, it's better you also learn to diversify. So don't just stick to doing this car business, although it is going well for you, just like you said, and things are fine, just like you want more, just like David also said. So you can diversify, find other things that you can also add to your business. Hello, good evening.
Good evening. That's my last remark on this
okay, you're welcome
topic.
back.
It's nice. Thank you. Emeka, stay with your family, your children. Your children. There is a profit in staying together with your children. There is gain. There is much benefit in staying together with your children and train them. I am an example. I told you before that I had a billionaire, not a millionaire. Millions is not in Nigeria today. A billionaire, an in-law, my sister-in-law. But my 3 children, I refuse that none of them will go anywhere to any of my relations. I have a professor, my cousin, my father-in-law, the father. So they beg that I should distribute to my children, that they should come and stay with them. I said no. And my wife supported me. We trained them. Now, the last one, she'll be signing off by this August. She has told us to send her 26,000 for her signing off. I was thinking it's September or October, but she just called us 3 days ago that she'll be signing off August. She's still calling me every morning. Daddy, how are you? How are you today? Did you sleep well? Have you eaten? What did you eat? Just asking me as if you're asking her mate or her friends that is training. They saw it in our life, me and my wife. Why do people like to leave their children on their age, in tender age? Then tomorrow when they turn another thing, they will be blaming themselves, not even God. Stay with them, train them. If they are good, you'll be proud as I'm proud today. If they take to choose their own way, it is not their fault. People around are seeing you, the way you are training them. The Bible said, train a child when he's young, and when he grows, he will not depart from it. That's my own. Say Nigeria will be good. Very soon, Nigeria is going to be great. Say Nigeria manage their business. Their father set up for you. Thank you.
Okay, Francis, thank you so much for calling and for giving Emeka a final advice before we say goodbye this evening. Just like every single person has said, we've received a lot of valuable advice for Emeka this evening, and I'm sure that he's listening and he will take note of everything that we've said. From advices around, don't leave your wife and family and children here in Nigeria because of how expensive, or maybe because of the, keeping the family value intact. You can't really, the way it is there, correction and discipline is not as it is right here in Nigeria. So it's better you stay together with your children and your wife. And if at all you want them to go to have a better education, they can go over there to study and maybe come back. But make sure that you've instilled good values in them, godly values that they can hold on to even while they are in a strange land. And also, another thing that was said was that, are you ready to go through the stress of building your life from scratch? You should be aware of the fact that going there doesn't mean that there is a job waiting for you or everything will just be smooth and rosy. There will definitely be bad days, even while you are there. People are making it over there, and there are lots of people here in Nigeria that are doing exploits, even with the fact that they've not left the country. So at the end of the day, it's better to know where works for you and stay there, grow there, and build your life. And if for your children's sake you can't send them abroad to study, to be better exposed and how life should be and how things should be, but be ready to understand that when you move over there, you would likely experience some setback, trying to find your feet and be stable and everything. It might not be as easy, as you've thought about. And also be grateful that your father left you a property, left you a legacy, a solid business in Nigeria right now. This is something a lot of children crave for that they never had or got to experience. Your dad leaving something for you. And just like David has said, his daughter already has a large, she can study wherever she wants to and live a great life. That's some of the things that people in Nigeria should also cultivate, the culture of saving for the future of our children. And happy Father's Day to every single father who is doing great things and doing amazing work, considering their children, helping their children live trauma free, live a good life that we never experienced. Happy Father's Day. That was yesterday anyways. Okay, so, and also you need to also consider the people that are currently working with you. Someone called and said the same thing, that it was working for someone before the person moved out of the country, and every single person in that company are now without a job. So you need to also consider the people that are working with you so that they don't become helpless when you leave. And this is a legacy that your father has built over the years. Don't just leave it behind. You can let your family go, then you can go to visit once in a while, or your wife can stay back. Let your wife also know how the business is going, and also like that. And even if your kids are going abroad, make sure they have a guardian. Don't just leave them to wander and to move around without help or guardians. Most importantly, stay with your family, grow together, build together, and I'm sure that you would experience a better life very soon. And also, we also mentioned that you need to get good business advice and mentorship on how to upscale your business in Nigeria. You can't just stick to one thing for years. You need to learn to diversify, do other things that maybe is similar to the job you're doing right now. Just get good business advice and also learn to diversify. And most importantly, you need to count your cost. Look at the difference. Staying in Nigeria with a job that is already established or moving over there to start all over again. Which one would you like to take? Which one would be more valuable for you? Which one is more convenient for you? At the end of the day, the ball is in your court, and I'm sure that you've gotten quite a number of advice from every single person who has called. Yoruba will say, "Toba kowaju si ekuta, toba koyin si ekuta, toba kuwo nikan, kò tó ìran ara ẹ̀ pa," meaning that everybody has given you the advice today. And when it's just you and yourself, sit down to think about it and analyze all the advice that has been given to you this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where we say goodbye on Adult Conversation. And I want to say a very big thank you so much for your contribution tonight. I'm sure that Emeka would be able to make a better informed decision from the advice that we all have given to him tonight. On behalf of Emeka, I'm saying a very big thank you. And I hope we meet tomorrow, same time, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. on Young Women Radio 91.7, the same program, Adult Conversations. A big thank you to Anthony, Comrade Francis, Pastor Ifada, Shagun, Florence, Jane, Tunde, David, Chisom, and Mike for calling to share their advice this very evening. And a big thank you to every engineer on duty. My name is Finfolua Kiremi. Please keep safe and have a lovely night rest. See you tomorrow. Bye for now.
Shanti, Arveja longe, beating the Arveja longe me, Arveja longe, Ifeja longe me. Let me be a perfect gentleman. Let me be the man who always hold you down. Would you be the one for me? Oh, we know why you're mine.